Joining me on Startup Report today is the founder of the innovative new group travel app, TAKEOFF, Chase Harris. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for having me today, man. Really looking forward to it.
So the travel industry is a big and wild industry, and it's a lot of folks enter it. But you found a pretty cool niche around group travel amongst friends with TAKEOFF. Can you tell us a little bit about TAKEOFF to get us started?
For sure. Yeah, high level. We're a group travel application that's really simplifying a lot of the headaches that come around group travel. So, the planning, the organization, the booking of, the activities, and the big hitter is the payment splits. We're kind of reinventing the way things are done, whereas a settle up method, which is common, to prepaying and booking your stuff ahead of time. So by the time you get there, you get to relax and kind of enjoy your trip.
Nice. So it's specifically made for, say, guys' trip to Vegas, right? This is a perfect use case for this. Can you kind of walk us through how one would use it from, organizing the trip and working together?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. That's, one of the big hitters, bachelor parties, bachelorettes, golf trips, friends from college. But, we're bigger than that. Any kind of, couples can go on a trip. There's a wide range of groups. But basically what it'll do, you could, add your friends. You start out with a host. You add your friends that are going to be on the trip, pick your location, and then you get to scroll through different experiences, restaurants, nightlife activities, golf rounds, really whatever your itinerary captures. And then you get to pick and choose your itinerary, with the help of your friends and, who's ever in that group. And then the glory of it, you get to split the payments ahead of time. So, for nightlife, it might be, a couple $1,000s or something like that. Rather than, somebody settling up at the end, like, oh, I covered this, he covered that. It's all split evenly amongst the group beforehand.
That's great. And so in addition to organizing, you're also actually bringing ideas and things to do through partners. And we talk about itinerary. These are partners that actually have discounts and things to do in the city. So it does handle some of that too.
Yeah, correct. It's pretty tough to take a big group, say of 10 to 12 people to a new city that no one's ever been to before and really pick the right stuff to do. So, with our team, kind of doing our homework and picking the right things and putting the right things on the application that, will benefit the user the most.
Yeah. So to do that, to accomplish that well, you have to have roots in the city. You have to kind of know what's going on. So I know you're up in about 3-4 cities now. Can you talk about your city onboarding process?
Currently we're actually in Miami and Las Vegas. We're cutting our teeth with the Giants.
Yeah.
Those are two big spots for group travel. And, what we've been doing right now is kind of partnering with these lifestyle concierges that have those roots like you're talking about. They know they know the dinner spots to go. They know the nightlife things to do. They can, get you the tea times, what yachts to book. So that's kind of our approach currently, and we're really exploring that to just really get the inventory on the app, kind of front facing the concierge offerings to the client using our mobile application.
Yeah. And these types of things sometimes can be challenging because it's almost two sides of the customer acquisition game, right? You have to get enough of the service providers and experience providers to attract the users, but you also need enough users to attract the service providers. So how are you tackling that acquisition?
Exactly. It's definitely been a tough thing to balance, going into vendors when we were early on. We're actually celebrating 1 year as a company as of this month. But yeah, just kind of, telling the story on how we're trying to change things. And, the value prop for the vendors is like, early found money that's, really not something that they're used to. They're going to get paid up to 72 hours in advance in full. So that's kind of a new concept to them, which is, intriguing and really getting our foot in the door with them. But then, having that supply, to the customer, has been challenging as well. But, we're really letting them kind of drive who we go after. We're letting them tell us the places to go. So the early on users have really been saying, hey, this is kind of where we want to go. We suggest this place, and that's who we target. So that's kind of been our model is, and even going further for expansion to other cities. It's like, let's let the customer tell us where the hotspots are, even though we might have a, no clue, to be honest, where those are.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's talk about the company and sort of how did you get the idea, how to start, and then how did you form the team?
Yeah, so the whole reason I started the company in 2021, since COVID was all 2020, I had 3 bachelor parties get pushed from that year to 2021, totaling me, I think, 8 bachelor parties I had to go on. In that year. And, going on so many so consecutively, I just noticed these awful trends of like unorganization, payments were getting lost, you get a Venmo request 6 months after the trip, and it was just, me as a planner, I was like, all right, there's got to be something out there to manage this. And, for flights, yeah, there is. For, hotels and Airbnb, yeah. But there was nothing really in this itinerary space that really captured the, organization planning and, keeping everybody in the loop within the group. So we, geared up, did our research, and now we're taking a shot at it.
That makes sense. So who's the we? How did you? Who'd you?
So myself, my co-founder Dylan, who's head of product. We've got Greg Sturm, who runs kind of product management. Because me as a non-technical founder, it was a big leap getting into a technical application. So he's kind of the liaison between myself as management and then product team. So that's a really good fit. A head of customer success, Tyler, and then Dylan's wife actually runs all of our design and makes us look great.
Nice. So let's talk about monetizing. How does the company make money?
Yeah, so basically we can really approach it from two different sides. One with the vendor paying a commission, which is not uncommon for them to do with lead generation. And then also, we see a value add to our users, for providing this kind of organizational tool, being able to pre-book, prepay, split the payments, and really keep it in a one-stop location for them. So we can add value there and, kind of have like a little service fee added. But that's what we're trying to shy away from. We want to keep it on the vendor side and kind of, keep the user happy.
Yeah, that makes sense. So going back to the customer acquisition piece, as far as getting the travelers, are you trying to go straight to the travelers, or are you trying to partner with groups that offer travel services and make this a bolt-on?
We definitely want to, explore options with travel partners, but currently we're kind of going straight after the user, kind of keeping it in our sphere of influence, our demographic, to really, learn what they want. But a really interesting aspect of the company is this whole group aspect, where if we can capture a host, there's 8 or 9 to 20 other people within that group. So if we can, capture the next host from that group, that drastically, cuts our customer acquisition costs in half, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then, startups raise capital. So how's the fundraising experience been for you?
It's going really well. We're still in our first round of fundraising, but the glory of our team, we're all local and, all owners within the company. So we've been able to keep our burn very low and produce a product for not that much money. So, we're moving along fine there.
That's cool. Well, it sounds like a really cool idea, and you're right. I can't think of any other apps or things that serve that niche. So that could be a good one. And the website is TAKEOFF.mp4.
Yep.
I will link to it in the bottom, and I appreciate you stopping in to tell us about it.
Oh yeah, and then follow us on Instagram at Takeoff App, and then we're also live in the App Store.
And based in St. Pete.
Yep. Awesome. Based in St. Pete.
Chase Harris, thanks, sir.
Thanks, Joe.